Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. In this episode, I think that it is time to get our plastic up and running, because we are going to need these crystals, and to make those crystals we require plastic, light oil or refined oil, and water. So that requires 1 light oil. And plastic requires 2, so we need to balance this somehow. We're going to have a lot of excess hydrogen here, but we can always use the X-ray cracking, which gives us even more hydrogen. Yeah, this would be a good recipe to have in the secondary, because 1, and this also requires... Yeah, this one also requires 1. And since the refinery produces 2, we could use the X-ray cracking to crack everything down, and we would get even more hydrogen, but also graphite. Yeah. And then we can make these titanium crystals for the structure matrix or yellow cubes. But what is that other diamond thing it requires? Where is that? Okay. Aha, here it is, crystal smelting. Oh, well, that's quite handy, that it requires graphite. Okay, right, let's research that then. So basically what we're going to do is build here, I was thinking, so we can tear down these. And I actually think we're going to tear down these as well, because we want to utilize the space here a bit more efficiently. Could always put some power plants for the hydrogen down here. And as a matter of fact, we need to do that. Otherwise, well, I guess a temporary option would be to just do this. That works. Of course, why would I do that? Well, I would do that to make sure that I have enough of the refined oil. So, not like we are lacking hydrogen at the moment here. Okay, now, how do we set this up, I wonder? We don't need an oil refiner, we need chemical plants. That should work as... And this one needs to be set to make plastic, which in turn requires graphite. Okay, so this is going to be a looping thing then. I'm going to need some graphite to kickstart it, but then eventually I can loop it. Now, how much does this thing make? 20 per minute. We can have a belt here. That power pole is probably going to be in the way. Price 1 and 2. 1 and 2. We have 15. Now I know I can have more refineries than this. We are going to make use of that. Although it's going to be difficult to have more refineries than this because of the how things move here. Which means I'm going to have to redesign this part as well. Not a big deal though. Okay, so if I put... I think I'm going to have to do it there. Of item... Remember, I don't think I'm producing the oil refineries. What do I need to make them? Oil refinery. Several items that I don't have any of. Six of those. And we need circuits, stone, and steel. It's iron, air, steel. And I think stone is... Well, I know stone is here somewhere. There it is. But I need that much of it, but I only need to build 3 of those refineries, I think. Being able to handcraft items is always nice, without having to go back here. Land here, and okay, so I need 2 of them. There we go, and we can place 1 there and 1 there. And these are Mark 1 belts. Crystal smelting complete. We can now make diamonds. The other research we need is the high strength crystal. We're gonna grab that one as well. And here we need a squiggle. Okay. That will work for that one, but I'm going to have to take the hydrogen back. Actually, that is not an optimal position for that thing. It would be better to take it down there. How am I going to do this then? Suppose I could do that, but that wouldn't really benefit me at all. How does that this thing work? Okay, so I want to rotate that one. That's the same way I just had it. That's better. And I can build another one. Well, first of all, I need to make sure that it actually... I can go out like this. And I can go down. This is too far up. Go down here. Hello, game, please. Then I can take this down and connect it up to there. Now I can do a similar setup here. Where I can go out here. And down here, but then I have to move this one. Meh. Okay. Then I might just as well just move this entire thing, because I was hoping we wouldn't have to destroy it. We can simply put this here. And all I need to do now is connect that one to there, that one to there, this one to here, and this one to here. And we also need some sorters in here. Whoa, how the heck? Okay, well then. And we need power. Should work. The hydrogen tank. Well, it might help if the belt actually connects to the tank. Imagine that. Now, we need a belt coming out from here, so... I think going down like that. Then we also need graphite to come in, so I guess that would be the other way. Or maybe not. Because those chemical plants would probably be the lower side here. So we can build another belt here. And pull that up from there. And now we can copy and paste. Are we producing... Not really. I could make do with another oil seep. Am I using that one? No, I'm not. But how on earth am I going to connect up to that belt? I know. Do I have an oil extractor? No. And I'm not producing those either, so I'll have to handcraft one. Can I handcraft one? Yes. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go that way. I believe we can go up here and continue up here. High strength crystal. That's looking pretty nice. And then just continue on our way down there. Like so. And we want to go here, I think. We can go down again. Let me just check that I can actually... I'm pretty sure this will work if I do that. Yep, perfect. We want to go down, not that far, but to this level and connect up there. Perfect. And then we can connect that belt up to the machine. And we're getting some additional oil from here. That should help. I'm not sure if it's able to drive all 4 of these, but it should be able to drive at least 3 of them. Which means, in effect, that we are going to get 15, 30, 60, round 100. So if these produce 20 per minute, and the recipe for plastic requires 2, I should be able to sustain 5. So I'm going to build 6. Also need a graphite in here, and there was a recipe that I could use to get the graphite. What was that? I was certain I had that recipe. It was the X-ray cracking. Refining facility. Oh, wait. It's in this one. Interesting. Okay, well, let me just pause the game while I have a look at this, because pause the game or pause the recording. I need to figure this out. I'll be right back. Oh boy, that was a bit more complicated than I thought. I decided to finish it before I restarted the episode recording, because this was definitely a brain twister. So these two crude oil seeps that I had left here, I am very glad I left them now, because we are going to take this crude oil, 222 point something per minute, and we're taking that above the bus here and pulling it down into 6 refineries here, which I need to get some power into. Just do it like that, and vice versa. There we go. Now this one, or these refineries, provided that I actually provide them with the crude oil, which would probably be a good idea. There we go. So these output hydrogen on the outermost belt, which is going around in a loop, and then if I had set the filters right on these ones, then these would do the same to be refined oil. I was certain I did that, but apparently I didn't. Now I need to pick up that hydrogen from the belt. This one there as well. I think that's all of them. Yep. So the refined oil comes on the inner belt, and that hydrogen goes to this tank here, and I'm going to have to set up some burners to burn off the hydrogen, or this loop is going to stop. And of course I didn't think properly through how I was going to get that into here. Okay, well, I'm going to remove this and this, and let's put up that splitter again here. And connect it up there. So this splitter needs output priority, not on that one, but on this one, since it changes by the direction we're standing in. And then we need to bring the refined oil in here. And ideally, I would want to take some from this tank as well. Ideally, I would want that refined oil to go up to that tank, actually. That is probably easier for me. Okay, so how am I going to do this? That is on level 2, so I need to go down. Valerian taught me a little trick, so I'm going to use that trick. How was that again? Let's see, did I do it like... No, what I did was like this. Probably wrong. Let's try that one more time. So we go from there and up there. Then we build belt underneath, like that. And remove this. And then connect that. Like that. Actually, I managed to get it even shorter by going 1, 2. I think this is how I got it shorter. Yes. There's a little trick for just making a little tiny bridge. Now this I need to take up to that height. And it needs to go up another one. That power pole is going to cause some concerns. So maybe I'll just go along here. Of course, getting it down is going to be a fun little exercise. I'm definitely going to have to take it there. No, I did not mean to do that. Bad game, bad game. Okay, let's try that again. And this time, let's connect these back up together. I don't want to be on that height. I want to be on this height. This is very wonky. Okay, so let's cut that there. Now I doubt I can go here because the tank is probably going to be in the way. I'm going to have to find a way to do this. The only way I can think of, this is going to be really spaghetti. Not that I mind spaghetti, but this is spaghetti of a different caliber than anything I've built so far. But it's going to work, and that's going to be the primary concern I have right now. And I can pretty it up sometime later. There we go, and then I can connect that up. You gotta be joking with me. Go away. And the tank. Yeesh. Can I? Thank you. And thank you. And the last thing I need to do is connect that to there. Good. Now we need to remove some of this. Geez, that was complicated. But fun. And this one connects to there. And then the other one goes... How far is this going to go down? Ooh. going to come in here. Can I use that trick here as well? Thankfully I can. Otherwise this would be a small nightmare. And that goes in there. And then that just connects up there. Wow. Okay. That was fairly interesting. Now we connect up there. And the next thing I need to do now is slap hydrogen into these machines to kickstart the process. Now these are going to output hydrogen and graphite. And this one is prioritizing that port. So we're also going to need some sorters here. So the belt needs to be extended by 1. There we go. Now we get both graphite and hydrogen, and this is a self-sufficient thing when it comes to the hydrogen. And when this belt backs up, it's going to output excess into that splitter and into that tank, and whoa, brain stop functioning. Okay, the next part then is to get the plastic, and what do you mean collide with other objects? Okay. This really requires concentration on my end, which is why I am so quiet. I do apologize for that. Okay, so now we're making plastic, and the next part to that is to get the plastic out of the machine. Okay. And the next step after that is what? I've completely lost track of everything. Organic crystals. This is also done in a chemical plant. So if I make a buffer chest, preferably there. Because then I can pull this belt along. Can I do that trick? I don't think that's going to work. Angle too wide. No. I'm going to have to do that trick on this line. Just put that down without connecting it up. That's too close. It's a bit too away. We do that. And we do that. Remove these. And then connect that. And then we can connect this. And that. And then we can put these into this machine. We need another power pole. Now, can I do this? Yes. Yes, I can. Very good. Okay, so the next part we need to do then is place down more chemical plants. And that should be set to making organic crystal. This one requires water as well. So I'm going to do this and have water come in like there. And let's just build the belts so that I know where I'm going here. Set this to organic crystal. And press comma on an international keyboard to copy and then shift. Oh, it's... How was that? Recipe copied, organic crystal. Paste with... Yeah, so comma to copy, period to paste. There we go. Connect up these belts. Probably need all these belts to go all the way. I can tear down if I am not happy with that. Then we need water. I don't know how much water we're going to require in here, but at least we have an ample supply of it out here. I just need a couple more pumps. That requires more electric motors. Which I have here. Yeah, sure. 4 of them. And if we do this into a straight line, we should be able to place down the water pumps here. I don't think that I'm going to need a buffer for this. I don't remember how much these produce. How much do you produce, guys? 55. 110, 220, so less than 1 belt. Okay. And then we are going to need plastic as well. I suspect that one is going to be a bit slow, but we're not getting that much plastic in anyways. Sure, let's make this a Mark II. And now things are going to get really interesting here. I don't... Does this work at all, I wonder? Each of these has 3 connections. I can have a Mark III coming from here with water, Mark II, and a Mark I. And then I can do the same vice versa. Okay, so it works. It literally works just... And then this really is a mind-boggle thing. I want a buffer of these as well. Lack of item. That's a while since I've seen that one. Did I leave what's behind? Right. They're trying to build belts. And for this one, or these ones, we're going to have sorters that take out the crystals and put them into this container. And technically, all we should need to do now is to just set up the power. I freely admit that I'm not convinced that this is going to be that pain-free. Why can't I put one down here? That's why. It's supposed to go in there. And we need a power pole there as well. And we're producing organic crystal. Whew. And then I need to go have a look at how things are backing up over here. Yeah, we have a lot of hydrogen in excess now. I'm not sure if we're producing enough of this, but what's going on here? There's something weird here. That helps. I think I had a belt going the wrong way there. Now this one. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay. Now the problem is, or the challenge is, how do I... Because I want to make sure that this tank doesn't run out. And I can't prioritize the outputs of this thing. I'm going to need to have a splitter for prioritizing. And I do apologize that this episode is going to be a little bit longer than usual. If I build a splitter here, the belt going to there. That should be on level 2. Now we can go down to the ground level again. Connect that up to there. And now, if I just remove these parts, and I connect up a belt to there and a belt to there, and I prioritize that one. So it will always prioritize going down to the research facilities over going over to the power stations. I'm going to have to use Mark II sorters out here. Not the belt. Use Mark Is between them. Actually, that one requires a Mark II as well. So I want to have a Mark II here and a Mark II there. Mark II here. And there. That. 3 trips. That works. Oh, that doesn't. We're going to need Mark III sorters down here. Okay, so now we have an additional source of energy as well in form of 8 of these. And they should all be burning hydrogen. And this became very complicated. Okay. The next step after this, now that we have the organic crystals, I suppose we could make some deuterium as well. We would have to do that in the fractionator. I'm not even sure if we can build that. Yeah, that's here. That's probably a good idea to make some deuterium, because we are going to need the deuterium for... well, nothing yet, it would seem. But we are going to need it. But I seem to not have any component currently that requires it. Let's see here. Structure matrix requires those 2 crystals, so that's fine. High strength material. It's carbon nanotubes. These require deuterium to make the deuteron fuel rod. I think I'll just stick with green fuel rods for these. But those require deuterium, and they provide a very nice amount of energy. So yeah, we should unlock this technology when we get the chance. But of course, we do need the structure matrices before we do that. So what we're working on now is, right, we need titanium together with those crystals so that we can make the titanium crystal. And what was the other crystal? The other crystal is diamond. That one was... I thought it was up here. But I might have been wrong. No, I'm quite sure it was up there somewhere. This one I definitely should research the accumulator. Not that I can make it currently. Here it is. Crystal smelting. Diamonds. 1 graphite to 1 diamond. So that's a pretty simple recipe. So in the next episode, we should be setting up the titanium crystals and the diamonds, and then we should get the yellow cubes. So that's definitely going to be very helpful. I'm probably going to go over to the other planet to pick up enough titanium to fill up a couple of boxes. And let me just see here. Where are those things made? Diamonds are made in a smelting facility. That's easy. And we are already making those. So we simply smelt down energetic graphite in a smelter. And from that we get diamonds. The question is... Let me just check that.
When being outside of building range, you can hold down the shift key and use the right mouse button to click on the open space to control the mecha to move.
And people wonder why I'm sassy with that guy. Really? Well, you know, I just set up this very simple building chain here. I'm so happy you could teach me how to move. Thank you, oh benevolent one. Anyhow, smelting diamonds. Yes. 30 per minute. So that's simple enough. How much graphite are we making per minute? 15, so we're making 90 per minute. I have no idea where I'm even taking that graphite. I'm taking that graphite here, so I'm going to need more graphite. Is there a coal vein anywhere near? Yeah, down here, and we're making graphite there. You know what? I'm gonna connect up a belt with graphite from down here as well, over to my glorious spaghetti area here. And that means we should be ready for diamonds and subsequent production lines after that. For now, thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This really made my brain go wow. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section as per usual. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you all in the next, hopefully a little less mind-boggling, but I have no illusions about that episode.